What's going on? It's Mailman Nick. Follow me on Instagram at Nick Venti. If you enjoy this content, please give me a thumbs up. Don't treat me like a 204B over here. So obviously Sunday, my day off, the day I do these live streams. It's a little later than I normally make the live streams, but I had a busy morning, grocery shopping, cooking, things like that. I donated some plasma. That was the first time doing it since the last time I donated plasma was when I was out with the club closed down, and I was only delivering pizzas. So I ended up, I'm like, all right, donate plasma. But, it's been like almost 3 years since that. So, did that today. They couldn't do it in my left arm, obviously, because the tattoos, they can't take plasma from my tattoo arm. So I did my right arm, but, did that today. And then went to the grocery store, made my omelet, and just enjoying my day because I'm off tomorrow too. So it's nice that having the 2 days off in a row. Unfortunately, obviously being a PTF, I don't get the holiday pay. Hopefully soon I'll be regular because one of our unassigned regulars is going to be converted soon, and then another route is going up for bid, and then a few other people are retiring. So I'm hoping I'll be regular, soon. But I'll take the time off, relax, and tomorrow same thing, off, and then the next day we're scheduled for 6 a.m. the parcel run. Like I said in that video, UPS is going to be striking unless UPS meet or gives in to the demands. But 97% they voted into striking. So we'll see if they actually do. But I hope UPS gets what they deserve. Hopefully, because I read that UPS, their profits as a company have just doubled, tripled. So since the pandemic, so it's been they deserve some of that profit. Is Juneteenth a paid holiday for CCAs? No, it's not. If you're a regular, it's a paid holiday. But as a CCA, you only get, I think, 6 holidays. I don't remember them offhand, but you do as a CCA. That's the one good thing about being a CCA. You do get holiday pay, depending on the size of your office. Is because I would only get 6 hours of holiday pay, but some people get 8. So it just depends on your office. Yeah, unfortunately, Juneteenth's not a CCA holiday. Every carrier should get holiday pay, but that's how they, regulars that got converted are getting making less than PTFs just because they, have the, they have the holiday pay. I guess that makes up for it. What's going on? Hello, Nick. Good to see you. Quick question: how long do I have to wait to reapply to USPS? God bless you, my brother. What happened where you applied and didn't get the job, or because if you resigned, you could apply right away, just to apply to another office and go through the process. But if you went through the process and you got denied for whatever reason, what reason did you get denied if you got denied? But when I first started, I was really, I applied to like 15, 20 different offices just to, play that numbers game to ensure that I got somewhere. And I did get like 4 or 5 offers out of like the 20 I applied for. So it's definitely a numbers game. Try to apply now, see what happens. And because they update that daily. If you go on the website, they upload daily of different, and look for PTF too. That's the big thing. If you could start off as a career employee right off the bat, then that's definitely, important. But if CCA is only available around you, then, that's definitely a good option too, because you got 2 years maximum before you turn, maximum before you could turn to PTF. So, that's, yeah, no problem. Unfortunately, CCAs they only get a few holidays paid for. But you'll be at that PTF soon and get that bump in pay. Hopefully with this new contract, I don't know what's going to be in it. But hopefully we get some more pay, just like UPS. Hopefully we get higher wages and higher, starting pay and, more frequent raises and things like that. But we'll see what happens. I'm not holding my breath on, certain things. I've heard they're converting all CCAs. Have you heard anything? Well, that's what the talk is right now. Hopefully, hopefully they get it done because, it would really help the turnover rate. Because if carriers saw what I'm seeing right now with the benefits, if they're seeing like they're contributing to their pension, they're considered a full-time employee. Like that's the type of stuff that will get people get people to stay and not quit. That's super important that, people, see all that benefit, because if they're a CCA, they're not seeing, they're still getting paid under 20 bucks an hour, before overtime, obviously, but still they're getting their base pay is under 20 bucks an hour. Their benefits are crap. The health insurance is not that good. I was talking to somebody yesterday about the health insurance as a CCA. It's not that good. But if we got hired straight to PTF, or even just 90 days, not like your probation, you're a CCA, but then after that, you're a PTF. They'll give that's a realistic timeline. Okay, you do your 90 days, make sure you're cut out for this job, make sure you can handle it, and then boom, you get those career benefits. You start contributing to your pension, you start contributing your TSP, and seeing that TSP grow is like a beautiful thing. And I missed out on 2 years of contributing to that, unfortunately, but I'm not taking it for granted now. I'm putting in my 5%, and as I stay longer and longer, I'm going to contribute more and more. I resigned for CCA. I didn't like that, but I would like to work inside of the plant, like sorting the mail. Yeah, see, that's what happens if you're doing, you try something, you didn't like it, but there's the nice thing about the post office, it has different, like the clerks in my office say they couldn't be a carrier. Like when it's hot, like when the days are hot, they say, oh, I can't, I'm glad I'm inside. And same thing in the winter. Oh, I'm glad I'm inside. So, if you can't be a carrier, if you don't like being a carrier, try being a clerk, try working at the plant. There's plenty of jobs, and, you just find something that, you're good at. Don't like being a carrier, try something else. So, if you resign the right way, you could come back. So definitely, start applying and go from there. Let me know how it goes, Enrique. NALC has a memo on their site dated June 15th about the convention. Oh, do they? What? Let me know what it says. SVH, let me know what it says. I didn't read it. Hey, Nick, I've been a CCA for a year and I'm still paid $19.33. Is that right? That sounds about right. $19.33. I think that's what CCAs are getting paid right now. Because, once in your second year, you jump up to $22.13. Because when I started as a CCA, I was only getting paid $17.29 an hour. So I already moved over $5. I moved close to $5 in pay since in a little under 3 years. So, your pay is just going to go up from here. But that does sound right. If any CCAs in the chat that've been here over a year could correct me. But for the most part, I think that's accurate. What's going on, Matt? Nick, so how will we be affected by the UPS strike? Package load has been a little late in the last 2 weeks. So I'm not exactly sure if we're going to be taking all that stuff, but from what other people have been telling me, like if there's been strikes in the past where we take on their volume, we can get slammed with packages. And it seemed like, I forgot it was Father's Day weekend. Shout out to all the hardworking fathers out there. But I forgot it's Father's Day weekend, and that's probably why my packages were just ridiculous. It was, the mail was light, but the package, I was getting like 20 packages a relay minimum. It was bad. It was really bad, but forgot it was for the holiday. But if UPS, UPS is delivering a lot of packages. So if they're not delivering the packages, it's probably going to be dumped on FedEx and USPS. So be prepared for that. That's what I'm preparing for. Probably like 6 a.m. starts. Probably doing 2-3 hour parcel runs in the morning. Just basically like peak season. That's probably what it's going to be like. But I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. I'm going to see what happens with the UPS strike. If UPS, like over 300,000 workers would walk off the job. So that's that's a lot of work. You know, UPS can get crippled, the economy can get crippled from that. So I'm sure there'll be some sort of agreement. So we'll see what happens with that, man. Just finished up an 8.5-hour Sunday. Back at it again tomorrow. Let's get this money. Yep, let's get this money, Riley. 8.5 hours is really good on a Sunday. Are you a CCA or a PTF? Because if you're PTF, get that premium pay. That's why they don't have me on Sundays no more. They don't want to pay the premium pay. But my brother's an ARC and he works on Sundays and he'll be working tomorrow. But yeah, get that money, easy money, package delivery. So once you turn PTF, 2 years, you get your first raise. Sorry for asking, just ignorant. When I started, after the first year, I did get a raise, but you know the pay went up, so I think they eliminated that raise. Correct me if I'm wrong, any CCAs in the chat, because I haven't been a CCA, you know, in the past few months, but I'm pretty sure they eliminated that raise. But after 2 years, you do get a raise. There is a CCA there's a CCA raise in the contract. I'm pretty sure it's in November, so you'll get like a 2% raise, or I don't know the exact number, but you do get a raise in November. If you look at the pay chart, you'll see like CCA's raise, and you can see how much it's like 2 or 2.3%, something like that. Sure, thank you, my brother. Love your videos. You be safe. And what is the position called? The one to sort the mail, like mail handler or PSE? How much respect for you keeping going. Much love from Los Angeles. I appreciate the support, guys. Give me a thumbs up. You know, it helps with the algorithm. It helps people find my channel. I'm so close to 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. And yeah, let's get that money. Let's get that easy money. CCA, sadly. Yeah, you'll be PTF soon or regular soon. You know, you'll get there. It goes by quick. I've been here 2.5 years. It flew by. Mailman Nick, you're awesome. I appreciate that. Work 6 hours today and off tomorrow, so hope I get that 6-hour holiday pay tomorrow. Oh yeah, if you're a regular, you get that holiday pay. But yeah, 6 hours is not bad at all. 6 hours is not bad. That's when I was working Sundays. It usually would be like 6 to 8. You know, they try not to get overtime on Sundays. They, you know, if somebody was hurting, they would go send out help real quick. Like yesterday, I had it was supposed to be a 10-hour day. I wasn't supposed to go into penalty, but one of our carriers needed help, and my supervisor's like, Nick, go back out and help on 26. I'm like, bet, let's get this money. And that's when you feel like you're playing with house money, when you're in that position. You finish your route, then you finish 2 hours of extra, and it's 6:30, and you got your 10 hours, and then they send you to go help out somebody else. That's when you feel like you're playing with house money, and you're like, let's get this money. And everyone sees like the mailman with a smile on his face, because I'm always thankful when I get the work, when I get the hours. I'm very thankful when that type of stuff happens. I don't take it for granted, because they can give me an 8-hour day tomorrow, and you know, I don't take those 11-hour days for granted. You get a raise after 1 year, like 55 cents. Oh, is that right? So maybe it just didn't take effect. Maybe it just didn't take effect yet, because they're really slow on that stuff, on raises and things like that. I just got a thing in the mail for we had a grievance. I don't even know what grievance is for, but they said I should be getting a pay adjustment for grievance PX, whatever it was. So I'm not sure what that was for, but you know, let's get that money. Like I say, yeah, I saw the November 22 one, the contract, but it ends at 2022. Are they going to update in 2023? Yeah, they're negotiating the contract right now. Don't hold your breath for it, but they will. You know, that'll take effect, and you'll get all like the, you know, back pay and things like that. So watch out for that. The NALC website has good information, and I also read the Postal Times too. It has you know, some good articles and stuff like that. One on the contract. About to turn PTF in a couple weeks. Lasted 2 years as a CCA. Yeah, those 2 years of being a CCA is the hardest years you're gonna have. So it just gets easier from there. they waited to the third full pay period, the start of the third full pay period, to convert me to PTF. So my break in service was December 26th. That was when I came back, and then I didn't get converted to January 28th to be a PTF. So if it's anything longer than 3 pay periods, get on your union, like be proactive with that stuff, because you know, if they're not doing it in a timely manner, then that's an issue, and you gotta make that issue known. Specifically, talk to the union, because they have your best interest in mind, and you know, should be a win-win grievance if they get you your back pay and things like that if you're supposed to convert at a certain time. Just to let you know, you motivate a lot of people to work hard, including me, to not have a victim mentality and be positive. I appreciate that. You know, that's the goal of this channel, not just like postal content, but, you know, just motivate people. There's a lot of people who would rather just sit on their ass and complain. You know, get out there, chase your dreams, and go get it. Like, it sounds corny, but like that's what I live with every day. I wake up and I'm thankful that, you know, I'm able to provide for myself. I'm thankful that, you know, I'm healthy. I'm thankful, you know, everyone around me is healthy. I'm making decent living, and, you know, got my condo. I'm very blessed. So every day is a blessing above ground. What's going on, Shannon? How you doing? Nick, can we cross the picket lines if UPS strikes? Some of our routes have UPS facilities. You know what? I'm not sure about that. You know, I'm not sure. You did comment on one of my videos about that. I'm not sure. I would have to ask around. I'll ask some of the regulars, because I'm not sure. But I'll let you know if I make a video. I'll make a video about it when I know. What's up, guys? Come to Vegas, converting fast here. What's going on, Dodger? I know you were telling me that you just turned unassigned regular. Is that right? If I remember correctly. Congratulations on that. Yeah, get that money, and congratulations again. What's back pay? Like, they cash you out from the raise they were supposed to give it to you? Yeah, back pay is basically the money that you were supposed to be getting. Like, say you were supposed to be at 22 an hour when you're at 19 an hour, you get all that back pay back. It's a process. It takes a long time, but you will get it back. I remember when I was at a union meeting, they said one girl was out of work for months, and then they ended up getting her all that back pay that she was out of work. So they said that she was crying and everything, happy. So, you know, it's a process, but, you know, for the most part, our union is pretty good and does stuff like that. We'll get you know, your back pay. Hello, Nick. My name is Marina, and I am new to your channel. I recently applied for a CCA position in my town. Your videos are inspiring and motivating. Subscribe. I appreciate the support, Marissa. I appreciate the support, or Marina, my bad. I appreciate the support. Yeah, just take it one day at a time, and check out my oldest videos. My oldest videos have my process. It's probably changed a little bit now because I applied during COVID. I applied during the pandemic. So things were a little different. Like, the classes were smaller for the academy. We were always wearing masks and things like that. So it's probably changed a little bit, but for the most part, you know, they usually do a textbook, you know, everywhere. So, but yeah, thank you for the support. Thank you for subscribing, and hopefully you have a long, fulfilling career. Didn't make it through my orientation last time due to a scooter accident. I reapplied yesterday. Wish me luck. Yep, good luck, Jeff. Make sure you stay safe. I remember in my first, like, it was like my first 8 months, I did nothing to jeopardize like my health, or, you know, there was some, if I had a possibility like break my ankle or something like that, I erred on the side of caution. I was very cautious, because, you know, this job meant everything to me at the time. So, you know, good luck and stay safe, and you'll be great. Trust me. Yes, sir. Yeah, unassigned regular. Let's get it. 617 in a year and 9 months. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I'll hopefully be there soon. Regular, unassigned regular. We got some routes that should be going up for bid, and people retiring that, you know, they've been using sick leave and things like that. So I know, and I'll be there soon. It's just you know, I'll make the PTF money while it's here, and then, you know, I'll be a regular, and soon enough. Hey, Nick, been as a CCA for 10 months, and recently I was asked by the postmaster to become a lead on Sundays, which today was my first Sunday as a lead. Is there any benefits for being a lead? Being a lead as far as like a 204B, where like you're assigning routes and things like that. One of our CCAs was a 204B on Sundays, and they're supposed to get a little more pay. They're supposed to get a Sunday, like more pay on Sundays. Because I remember our 204B, well, she would only 204B on Sundays, and she didn't get the extra pay, so she had to file a grievance to get that extra pay. So yeah, good for you. They probably saw leadership qualities in you, and yeah, congrats on that. Make sure you get your extra pay, and yeah, awesome, man. How do you address it? Tell manager, union steward, or what was your question, Daniel? Let me see what the, oh, about the back pay or back pay. Sorry about that. I have to look back at what you said. Oh, about the raise. Yeah, definitely go to your union steward before management. Your union steward is there to help you. Management, I wish I could say the same, but I mean, management's not against you, but like, your union steward is on your side. They're gonna help you. So get your union steward's number, get their information, send them a text if they're on vacation or whatever, or not if they're on vacation, but just make sure you communicate with your union steward, and they'll help you with any issue that regards to like pay, or that's really the only times I talk to my union reps. I'll be like, hey, I went to ProMaster training. I was supposed to get paid for it, blah, blah, that type of stuff. They're there to help you, and you pay for it, might as well get the benefits of it. I just made 6 months as a CCA on Friday. Only another year and a half, I'll be PTF. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. It's going to go by quick. It doesn't seem like it now. Like, I remember when I first started making videos, I was a new CCA, so, time goes by super quick, and just make the money while it's there, get all the hours, make all the money, and just learn as much as you can, learn all your routes. My office has 43 city, 20 rural, and I know most of the routes. If they put me, and I know most of the streets too, so like I know like the crossing streets like Pulaski, Cicero, Harlem. I know all like the main streets, so I could always find my way around. So that comes with driving, that comes with delivering all around your town. So and like main streets and stuff like that. Make sure you learn all that stuff, and if you become more versatile, like say one carrier needs to be helped. Say one carrier needs to be helped, and you're like, who's good with departments? Be like, Matt, I'm good with departments. Let's get it. Let's get that money. So, become more versatile, and you could get the money, because, I suck with certain things like departments. I suck with departments, but, I'll tell management like I'm good with them. Just, give me the hours, so become more versatile, and yeah, the time will go by quick. Do-rag lady, I start the academy in Chicago on Tuesday. I'm excited. What part of Chicago? You don't have to say specifically, but like what part of Chicago are you from? Because I'm 30 minutes south. I'm 30 minutes south of the city, 40 minutes south of the city. But yeah, shout out Chi-Town. Yes, back pay. Yeah, your union reps got to file for that. They could file a grievance. Get on your union rep ASAP. Some people message me saying they don't know who their union rep is. That's super important. Unfortunately, I've heard all their horror stories too, where they say their union rep told them, oh, I don't know, or like, don't know what they're doing. Get the information, because we have a union branch where, we can contact the union office and talk to your union president directly. I have my union vice president's number. So, if something was really serious, I'd contact her. Go to a few union meetings, like network, get their numbers and things like that. There's a carrier who's a really good union rep, in my district. And I know, like, if I ask her any type of question, she knows everything by the book. So I have her number and information too, and she's super knowledgeable. I should get these people on my show, on my podcast, but we'll see. I got my buddy Fontaine should be coming on Wednesday, and we'll record I'll interview him, and because he's in the city, so we'll see if his experience, how his experience is, and things like that. Because I went to high school with him, it definitely bring other people's opinions on, see their perspectives, and you guys could see like my experience may be different from his because he's in some hoods and stuff like that, like constantly. So the stuff he's told me is pretty funny. So we'll see that interview in the future. Is tomorrow a paid holiday for regulars? Yeah, that's what I heard. They made it a federal holiday. What was it, last year? So yeah, it's they get paid for it. But the next day on Tuesday morning, we got to come in at 6 to do a parcel run. So they're expecting it to be heavy. I'm hoping to get a minimum 12 hours. I'm hoping, but they're going to try to cut it as fine as possible. How's your mentality when you start to feel like a victim or negative on the job? Those thoughts creep in. Like, we're all human. Like, if I came on here and said I never had a negative thought, or I never felt low or anything like that, I'd be lying. When those type of thoughts creep in, I just take deep breaths. I start thinking of what's positive in my life, because as humans we start thinking of the negative. Like, I think it's like a defense mechanism, like back when we were like cavemen, and we had to focus on negative or else we die. Like, we got to make sure, like, things like that. So but what I do, I just think of all the positive in my life. And that's really it. I think about all the positive things in my life, and one thing I combat that too is like eating healthy and get enough sleep, because when I don't get enough sleep, I feel like shit and I get in a depressed mood. So I built a routine where I feel right, and my brain's right, and I don't drink alcohol. I don't do any type of stuff like that, because that stuff makes you depressed and makes you feel low. So but yeah, anytime I feel like a victim, I just take a deep breath and just know what type of I know my character. I know that I'm a bigger person. Like, I had a guy on the route who I literally parked in front of his garbage for like a second. I was eating my meal prep, and he came out just tweaking. He was tweaking, and then I just said, I'll move, no issue. And then I told the garbage guy, like, hey, make sure you get that guy. I made sure that guy saw me, and I was like, hey, to the garbage man, hey, make sure you get that guy's garbage. I was parked in there in front of his garbage, whatever. And the next day he was friendly with me. So you just gotta be the bigger person. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, and yeah, stay in control of your emotions. Meditate. I sometimes take a deep breath when I'm on the route. South side. Oh, be careful. Be careful. Hopefully, they really should have like a Kevlar vest or bulletproof vest in certain areas, because South side is not the best area, depending where you're at. What's your thoughts on the carnivore diet? I've seen people, because like I think there's a balance. Obviously, protein's good. I've seen people healthy with eating just meat, but in my opinion, and how I felt the best when I've had a combination of fruits, veggies, and lean meat. But if you're trying to like bulk up and get big, definitely like red meat. Just eat a bunch of red meat. Raises testosterone and energy. But I felt the best what I'm doing right now. I eat nothing but like spinach, eggs, chicken, fruit, bananas. I make my smoothie. So, but yeah, you got to find out what's best for your body. I know my body, and I know if I ate just red meat, I wouldn't feel as good as, with that balance of fruits, veggies, and lean meat. Nick, how's your mom doing? She's doing good, Matt. She had her stint taken out, and she was staying with me for a few days, and she thought she was going to stay till Friday, but she left a little earlier. They said she couldn't like carry stuff, but now she's doing better. She's back to working on light duty again. She cuts hair, and she's doing really good, and she's getting stronger every day. Should I be worried about the possible strike? Will this put a setback on my orientation date? I don't think so. I don't think so. The strike is for UPS. We would just get more volume, I think. So I wouldn't worry about that. You'd probably get more hours once you work. But like I said, they'll probably come to an agreement. Like 300,000 workers jump or like leaving the job. You know that's huge. So I think there's going to be an agreement. So I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. What's going on, Eric? How do you keep a positive attitude when some people are so negative and unappreciative of what this job has to offer? You just know, like, what you're doing is, like, I deal with a lot of Karens. I deal with a lot of, like, unappreciative people, but, I know what I'm doing is the right thing. And I know we get people their medicine, we get people their checks, we get people their packages. You know what type of person you are. You know your character. If somebody, like I said earlier about the guy with the garbage cans, you just can't let your emotion get the best of you. Know your character. I'm not like that. I'm not gonna like get in that guy's face. Like I could have easily gotten that guy's face and told him off, but I'm not gonna do that. I just said, I'll move, and I talked to the garbage man for him, and I showed him what type of person I am, and then he probably felt like an asshole because the next day he like gave me a wink and like was very friendly. So you just gotta be the bigger person and don't let other people's craziness or emotions affect you. Like be like the Rock. So yeah, sometimes it's harder. Like sometimes it's harder than other times, but you just got to know your character and stay true to that. I always pray that Jesus watches over me before I start my route. Things can get stressful, but it's always good to stay calm and keep going. Yeah, 100%. If you got to take a break, like if things are getting too crazy, like you feel like the route's like overwhelming, just take a break for a second and recoup and understand it's just mail. And if when I was working at the grocery store, there was a saying that they said, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So just take it like that. I've seen all those packages that we got for Father's Day, slammed with packages, flooded with packages. And you just got to treat it one relay at a time. I'm like, okay, this street is these packages. You just got to, simplify it and just know it's just mail and you're going to get through it like every other day. I got through it, you'll get through it. Was on a large cluster box on Friday, and an older guy came and brought me a Gatorade. Love that people love the mail carriers. Always tell people have a nice day. Yeah, things like that, gestures like that make this job worth it. I have people see me, they'll leave an ice water in the mailbox. One guy left me out a cooler with some Propel water, and one lady brought me some goldfish and Kind Bar. Gestures like that make the job worth it. And you'll see that. You got to take the good with the bad, because you'll see a customer like that. Well, they'll offer you something to drink or something to eat, and then you'll deal the next block. You could be dealing with somebody complaining, or someone neglecting with their dog, and their dog tries to attack you. So yeah, you got to just take the good with the bad. And yeah, things like that make your job worth it. I'm like, yeah, this is very rewarding, because a lot of people do. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of people appreciate the mail carrier. This heat is getting serious, and it's not even summer yet. I'm from Houston, Texas. Yeah, it's crazy. It's not even summer yet. We had like 105, 110-degree days. I can't imagine in Texas. Just make sure you stay hydrated, and if you got to stop and get more water, stop and get more water. Don't risk heat stroke or passing out, because that's super important. I always love when customers leave water and protein bars on their front porch. They make this job worth serving the public. 100%, 100%. People leave you stuff. People say, hey, you thirsty? You want a water? I never turn down water. I never turn it down, because if you turn it down once, they'll probably won't ask you again. So I always say, yes, please. And, like if I'm running low on water and someone asks me for a cold water, I'm like, perfect timing, perfect timing. What's going on, Melissa? Recently got converted to PTF. It's been a tough 2 years, but been on a hold for about 8 months. So that makes my day a little easier. Yeah, being on a hold down when you're first starting helps, because it puts you in some sort of routine and rhythm. If you're bouncing around different routes, you're not gonna, because if you do one route, then you do another route, you're gonna completely forget about that other route. So if you're doing something consistently, it builds some sort of rhythm, and you know, you do the same thing every day. You start to remember, you start to get into a flow. You start to remember, oh, grab my letters from the A-frame, grab your tub mail, grab, your cased mail and all that stuff. So, um, it being on a hold down is very beneficial when you first start, because once you learn the office, once you learn the routes, it's going to get easier to where it won't really matter what route you're on, but you'll know what routes you like, and you can start bidding on vacation picks and stuff, where if someone's on vacation, you could bid on their routes. So, but yeah, 8 months maybe. Is the carrier like sick or injured or on leave? Sorry, I'm late, guys. Was finishing my 204B shift. What's going on, JD? You working Sundays? Hopefully you get that extra pay. I have to run parcels tomorrow and Tuesday, only guaranteed 1 day every other week unless called in. This is getting old, 2.5 years, and it's only getting worse. Yeah, Rob, I would definitely, if it's been a month straight of not getting minimum 55, 60 hours, I would either look for a different office or look for a different job, because that is not worth it. You said guaranteed 1 day every other week. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I wouldn't, I wouldn't put up with that. I would either say, hey, could I get sent out to another office? Or in my district, there's always 3 or 4 offices that are down half their office. Like it's bad. So if they don't want to send you out, then just find a different job or resign and then reapply to an office that that has hours. Resign and reapply to one of those offices, because that is bullshit. I'm 21. You think by the time I'm 30, I should be set for life? Oh yeah, 100%. I'm turning 29 next week. I wish I started this job at 21, but at the same time, that's my mindset was completely different. Who knows if I would have liked the job at the time? So if you're starting out at 21, you are young. You are very smart. By the time you're 30, you're gonna be balling. You're gonna be balling, because I'm gonna be 30 next year. So and I'm only 2.5 years in, and I feel like it set me, it pushed me forward a lot. So definitely, you're young, you're smart, getting in a job like this. You'll be able to retire pretty early too. I need help remembering to case. I'm still slow. I've been driving maybe 3 weeks now. Yeah, that's gonna be, that's gonna happen in your first, few months. That's why after 60 days, put on holds on routes so you could start getting into a routine. You're casing slow because you don't know the route, you don't know the addresses where they all are, because regulars have been on the same route for 10, 15 years. It's like muscle memory, like where all the addresses go, and they case in by name, not numbers. So it just comes with time. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like me, when I first started, I remember when I was like I finished a route in 10 hours. I was supposed to finish in 8. And I remember I was so hard on myself because I had to do extra, and I didn't finish, and I was super down on myself. But every day is a new day. The next day I ended up doing better. So just keep improving every day. That's really it. Don't beat yourself up over it. 3 weeks is nothing. Like, give yourself way more time than that. What's going on, Chai? What's going on in the service? I work with the guy who started at 18. He's 55 now and has over $1 million money in his TSP. Yeah, I talk to carriers all the time who are close to retirement that say they're millionaires. So, that's one positive of this job. The TSP and pension, like 2 main reasons why people still stay with this job, because not a lot of jobs, offer pensions, and some don't even offer like basic benefits. When I was working at the strip club as a bouncer, I didn't get health insurance, but this is a good job, and people try to downplay that, but it's really not with the benefits. And you get raises every year until top pay. How was your experience? What's going on, Curtis? How was your experience with 204Bs in the office? I've only had 2. One was super nice, and the other was whack. That's with all management. Some management's gonna be, if in my experience, if they've carried mail before, they they have some sort of understanding what entails with the job. If they've never carried mail before, they don't know the variables that go into delivering, and customers talking to you, traffic, dogs, weather. Like, they don't know all the variables. They just look at a computer screen. But most 204Bs that I've encountered actually have, they've been pretty good for the most part. Because they carried mail before. They carried mail. They know what the job takes, and they understand if somebody's out there longer than they should. Most of the time, it's because of some unforeseen variable that cost them to be out on the street later. So, the best 204Bs or best management and stuff like that, they've carried mail before. Those are the best ones in my experience. But yeah, there's gonna be some good ones and some bad ones. But in my experience too, we switch out supervisors. Like, I've had like 4 or 5 supervisors since I started. So don't think, oh, you got one postmaster or supervisor. Like, they switch out all the time. So don't think you're stuck with that person for life. They, like, one of our 204Bs ended up taking a position in the city, and then another 204B went back to carrying the route. So there's different, they could they can move at any time. So don't feel like you're stuck with one. I'm the youngest person in my station. At first, I thought the older carriers were going to treat me like a rookie, but they've been so helpful. Yeah, they see a 21-year-old. They see a 21-year-old out here getting it. Like, one of our CCAs he started at 20, and I have nothing but respect for the guy. He's out here. Like, when I was out of high school, I was lazy. I was working a part-time job. Like, I wasn't doing a job like this. So I respect the younger generation, because the younger generation, for the most part, not you obviously, but for the most part, a lot of younger generation is soft, and they lack work ethic, and it's a shame, because they've been coddled their whole life. But that really, old heads will definitely like that you're out there getting it. So they're gonna want you to do good. What, they let people start at 18? Yeah, I think as long as you have a high school diploma. I am a new CCA, and my 60 days coming up next week. My supervisors are saying I'm too slow, and they're giving me 2 weeks. I know I'm fast, but they want me to be as fast as a regular. Yeah, management doesn't fire people. I wouldn't worry about I wouldn't worry about getting fired. Just do the job safely and correctly. If you're having issues, always ask your coworkers, because they know the routes and stuff. So don't worry. Like, management doesn't fire people. I rarely hear people getting fired. You have to be doing something pretty bad to get fired. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, Nick, how long does it take to reach peak pay after becoming a career? I think it's like 12.4 years, something to that effect. Unfortunately, we do get paid less than UPS. They top out at over 40. Nick, I've been a CCA for 10 months, and I hate casing, bro. Yeah, me too. I hate it. 2.5 years in, I hate it. If I could just take the mail straight to the street, that would be the perfect gig. But unfortunately, we got to deal with it. Supervisors always pressure me about time. Yeah, it'll never stop. Every supervisor will. If you do a route in 8, they'll say, "Why didn't you do it in 7?" It's like that everywhere. And also have been called in office for a 2. Literally told them just start me at 9:30 a.m. Yeah, so at our office, if you don't have a hold down, if you're a CCA PTF, you don't got a hold down, you start at 10 a.m. And I think that's helped with the turnover rate as well, because when they first started, they weren't casing, so they were able to learn the routes before they cased. And I think that's the right way to do it. Throwing carriers like casing when they don't know what the hell they're doing, like that's just set up recipe for disaster. Because when I first started, I got lucky. I was on a route nobody wanted, and everyone hated because it was a Stairmaster, and it got a lot of packages and mail and blah blah blah. So nobody bothered me on that route. So just that's the perfect recipe. Like, starting at 10 o'clock. They said 9:30. That seems a little like early. Would a route be set up by 9:30? Because we have them starting at 10, and even at 10, some of the routes aren't set up and ready to go yet. So But I would hate to start that late just because you miss out. Because like by the time everyone else is done, you had less hours than them. If everyone finishes in 8, you finish in 6. You know, and then you do 2 hours extra. That's only 8 hours. So that's the negative about starting later, is that you don't get as many hours as everyone else. I won't deal with management in office. Yeah, that's why I always try to hit the street as soon as possible. Everyone likes to BS in the office. I like to, set myself up for victory, get to the street and breathe some fresh air and enjoy my day. I don't like being in the office. That's why I can never be a clerk or nothing like that. Hello, guess what, Nick? The regulars had to run parcels for Memorial Day, and instead of loading the parcels with the scanner, they instead followed the numbers that the clerks write, and it was a shitstorm. Yeah, I've learned that, when I was doing Sundays, when they would write numbers on the packages, their 7s would look like, 9s, and their 8s would look like different numbers. So, like going off based on what clerks write, because they don't have the best handwriting, could be a shitstorm. So that's that. And you would think regulars would run the parcels with, I would street them. Like I know most of the routes now to where I could put locations and territories like similar together and run them that way. But yeah, I'm sure it was a shitstorm. 50 people in here. I really appreciate the support, guys. That's why I do this shit Sundays. Please give me a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps people find my channel. I'm so close to 5,000 subs. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I really appreciate all the support you guys give me. Thanks for the tips and advice. See you in the next video. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate the support. Tomorrow I'm off. I don't know. I'm either going to do a live stream or just, crank out a video for you. But we'll see. I'll probably do a live stream because, when I'm off, I'm like, damn, I cooked, I cleaned. I'm like, now I'm just like relaxing. But next week is my birthday week. I probably won't be, or my birthday weekend, the 24th, I turned 29. So I'm going to be getting a little lit. So, I might not be doing the live stream on Sunday next week. It might be postponed to the following week, but I'm going to be interviewing my buddy Fontaine. He's a carrier in the city, and I have some questions for him. And, you guys could see his perspective on the job as well. He's a new CCA. He's only been working less than a year. So tune in for that. My station, after training and stuff, my supervisors put the new CCA's casing and everything. Yeah, that's what they did with me. I was the last carrier in my office that they did that with, and then after that, they had them just come in at 10 and not case. Either one of the other carriers set up their route for them or whatever. So, but yeah, that's just a recipe for disaster. They're gonna fail. Like, why not set them up to where they start learning the routes and then start casing? But not all management thinks like that. They're just like, oh, they should be as good as the regulars, which it's not gonna be the case. It took me months to be where I'm at. It took months to finally get into a routine and rhythm. It takes time. Anything new you do is going to take time. I'm a new CCA, and you def help me, Nick, with your advice. No one helps me with park points and advice on routes, but after a month and a half, I'm starting to get it. Yeah, that's what happens. Like, everything starts to click. You're like, okay, this starts to make sense now. And then once you start learning more routes, like I've helped out other offices, and like I've seen so many routes and how they go. I could predict, even if I don't know where I'm at, I could predict where that next house is. Like, you get that good with addresses and stuff. So, Robert, you're going to get better. Like, it's been a month and a half. Give yourself 6 months, a year. You're going to be a beast. Just keep learning and you'll get better. I was like, what the fuck? But now I remember the older carriers never did Amazon Sunday back in the day. Plus, the supervisors got in trouble for not letting the regulars know what to do. Yeah, that's just a recipe for disaster. And yeah, you're right. They didn't do packages that, like, the regulars always talk about how it was back in the day, which, there's good and bad with each. Like, now we have more package volume than ever. Back then they had more mail volume than ever. So, I like how it is now. I'd rather case in less mail and worry about packages than, case in all that mail and have like no packages. So I like it now better than what it was back in the day. But yeah, that's what I've noticed too. Regulars aren't used to doing parcel runs and stuff on other routes. On their routes, yeah, we always come back for parcels because they're not done. By the time we leave the office to hit the street, they're usually still throwing parcels. So we get a message halfway through our routes, hey, come back for parcels. Then we backtrack and deliver the packages, the misthrow packages and stuff. Do you think it's time to put pressure on our union? UPS is really going to flex their muscles. Yeah, their union is super good. I wish, that's they got a really good union. But yeah, I'm hoping our union has our backs. Hopefully they have, they put some good stuff on the table. Hopefully there comes to an agreement where we get more higher wages and all that good stuff. So we'll just see what happens. Just gonna stick with it in hopes of my own route someday. Yeah, that's what you got to do. Like, have small goals. That's what helped me. When I started, I'm like, okay, just don't get fired in your 90 days. That was when I was naive and thought they fired people. But I was like, yeah, don't get fired in your 90 days. Don't be too slow. And then after I passed my 90 days, I'm like, okay, learn as many routes as you can, make as much money as you can, get through your first year, make PTF, get the benefits, and like just have small goals, and it'll feel like you're moving forward. Because if you have this one big goal, like being a regular, it's gonna be like 2 years and you're not regular yet, and you're gonna feel disappointed. So have these like small goals and where you check off and you're like, okay, I'm making progress. So have those small goals in mind. I write stuff down. I write a lot of my goals down, and just so I could see them visually, and that helps me like put it into action. Would you ever consider to be a 204B? No, I would not be management. I've had people tell me I should be management. I should be union rep. Like I like going in. I don't want to deal with anybody else's like stress. I want to go in, make my money, provide a service and go home. That's that, and make sure my check gets cleared. So I wouldn't be a 204B. I don't discourage people for doing that. If that's what you like to do, then that's what you like to do. If you want to go eventually be like a postmaster or something like that, go that route. But I'm not I don't like being a manager or supervisor or nothing like that. This channel just hit my feed. Great stuff. Oh, appreciate that. That's why I like the likes and the subscriptions. Those definitely help the algorithm reach other people. Are you a carrier or just, in a different career field? But I appreciate you stopping by and showing love. The only good thing about our union is it's impossible to get fired. Everything else really is a joke, man. Hopefully the next contract is good. I really hope so. Our union, like, we protect everybody. Nobody gets fired. The job security is pretty satisfying. And then the pension and the TSP, like, it's very satisfying. But yeah, there's other stuff they could improve on. So we'll see what comes in this contract, and hopefully we get more money. Hopefully we get better, benefits and stuff like that. Maybe ACs and the LLVs, who knows? Maybe that's the hot button right now, because UPS, that was so big. That was on the news and stuff. Like, it was about UPS. It wasn't about mail carriers. It was about UPS, about the air conditioning. And I'm like, talk about carriers too, USPS. So maybe we can get some air conditioning in the LOVs. ProMaster, we already got them. Mattress, I'm pretty sure they got them. So hopefully we can get some in the LOVs. Nick, been on a route for months. I still have trouble on casing. Yeah, it's just casing is tedious. Casing sucks. You just gotta, just learn the case. When you said you've been on the route for months, and yeah, I still struggle too sometimes. If there's a lot of mail, it gets a little overwhelming. But you just gotta, if you're struggling, like if you take a long time to get on the street, let management know. Always communicate so they're not hounding you and stuff. Just say, hey, listen, I got to the street late. I might need some help later, so they can prepare, because they're gonna be more pissed off if you don't tell them and then you're 3 hours behind or 2 hours behind. So make sure you communicate, because they'll have carriers like me come help out who are willing to help. Hey, Nick, go help 26 like yesterday. Go help City 26. I'm like, bet, let's go. So You know, that's how we are. And we always check on that person too after we help. We help do our piece and then say, hey, you good? You gonna be back soon? And then you know, we always leave together. So you know, casing, it'll eventually, it never really gets easier. Like I still struggle with it when, especially when we have runs and I got to case in runs and things like that. Casing sucks. It's the worst part of the job, in my opinion. I saw a carrier from another station fill their LLV, and after they were done, they took out a jerry can, I'm guessing, for their own personal vehicle. I don't know. No, yeah, but yeah, you've seen people abuse the gas card before. I've never seen it like that, because it is super hard to get fired from this job. But if you're doing stupid shit like that, like, and plus we have to keep the receipts when you get when you get gas. You got to keep the receipt. You got to write what vehicle you used, circle the odometer, and write your name and all that stuff, and the vehicle number, all that stuff. So they see what, like, who used the gas card at what time and on what vehicle, and they check all that stuff. So if you're abusing the gas card, you know, like, why risk getting fired and like defrauding? Like, it just, some people just don't care. It's sad. Yo, Nick, what percentage are you putting into your TSP and the route TSP? Seems like some don't even use the route one. Yeah, I haven't used it yet. I was told when I was on City 31 on my hold down, I had a carrier who's retired, and she was telling me, contribute to the route, because, you know, I guess it doesn't get taxed when you take it out. But I'm still looking into all that stuff. Right now, I'm just doing the basic, put 5% in the TSP. I'm still doing research on all that stuff. And, you know, if you got some recommendations, definitely, you know, hit me up for sure. I'm open to suggestions. Hey, Mailman Nick, just had to join the live and see what advice could you give to a new associate coming in as a PSC sales and distribution clerk. I start my career orientation on this upcoming Wednesday. Yeah, congratulations. You know, that craft is really not my specialty, but if it's anything like being a carrier, you know, just take it one day at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself if you fail right away. But yeah, just enjoy the benefits, and yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. As a sales and distribution clerk, do you think I'll be getting the same hours as carriers as well? Just curious. I think it just depends on if people show up, your hours aren't going to be there. But if you're in a station where not that many people call off, then or if many people call off, you're going to get the hours. So hopefully you can get your 50 to 60 hours, but they work different hours than we do. I know they don't work like a straight shot. They have like breaks in between, at least where I'm at. My station calling me the GOAT because I cased 8 routes and ran them in 8 hours within my first 90 days. Oh, nice. Not in the same day, right? Because that'd be insane. But yeah, 8 routes and ran them in 8 hours within there. That's pretty good. Like, not a lot of people could say that. You know, as for me, like I don't think I knew 8 routes in my 90 days. I think I knew like 3. So you're ahead of the curve for sure. Can you buy food with the gas card? No. Don't use the gas card. It's like, don't get fired. Like, it should be common sense. Use the gas card for gas. That's, you know, gas. That's it. Don't get yourself fired and possibly in legal trouble. Happy Father's Day, Nick. Happy Father's Day, MRE. Definitely a good channel. I was going to watch your stream about that king. It seemed pretty interesting. I'm going to watch it later before bed. If you guys are looking for some interesting history streams, definitely check out Mob Rats Exposed. He also has some, you know, funny streams as well. And he recommended me the StreamYard, you know, streaming app. I really appreciate him. And yeah, go check out his channel. Hi, Nick. Thank you so much for your videos. And happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Thank you so much for your videos. I did the orientation and the driving training. I will start Academy on Tuesday. You're the man. Appreciate the support. And like I keep saying, take it one day at a time. And and you'll be good. Just if you have any issues, just watch my videos. I've been through all this stuff. Watch the beginning of my videos. I did the driving training. I had a piece of shit instructor who was not cool with me, and you know, just you know, they want you to pass. They want you to pass. So you'll be good. You'll be good. We still young, brother. Bang as much as you can in the Roth. I've been doing it in the C fund. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start like looking into that stuff. Like I said, I'm only doing the basic, just putting 5% in the TSP right now. But yeah, I heard good things about the Roth. I heard that they don't tax it and things like that. So I'm definitely gonna be looking into that. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, Jalen. No problem. Casing sucks, especially if you bounce it around the different routes, but it does get better. You know, if you put me on a route that I don't know, say you put me on one of the few routes I've never carried before is Route 65 in the hills. I've never done that route. I kind of know where it is, but if you put me casing on that route, I would be it would be very I would suck at it. So you know, it just comes with knowing the routes, carrying the routes, and it comes with time. It sucks, but it's part of the job, and you got to learn how to do it. So, and it'll come with time. Happy Father's Day. Yep, happy Father's Day, Ashley, to your father, all the men in your life. Happy Father's Day to everybody in this chat. Shout out to my postal brothers, fathers, you know, shout out to all of them. I'm gonna end this live stream here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, next Sunday, I do live streams every Sunday. I'm gonna make sure to do them every Sunday. But next Sunday, my birthday's on Saturday, so Saturday and Sunday I'm gonna be pretty lit. So you know, don't expect a live stream next week, but I'll try to upload videos during the week. I got my I'm gonna interview my buddy Fontaine. He works down in the city. He's a few month in CCA, so definitely be on the lookout for that, because I'm not gonna do it live. I'm gonna record it, then upload it at a later date. But he has some stories for sure. He's told me some stories, and you guys are gonna want to hear them for sure. Craziness. But yeah, be on the lookout for that interview. I'm gonna try to interview more people too. He's just I went to high school with him, and he's been a CCA for a few months now, and you know, he's got some good got a good perspective on it, and you know, he's in a pretty sketchy area, so I'm curious to see his stories. Can you invest in penny stocks to make money? Yeah, why not? Why not? Oop. With the Roth IRA, you have to wait till you're 59 and a half till you can take it out tax free. Okay, but it will be tax free when you withdraw it, right? Because that's what I heard. Our PTF not working on Father's Day. I never work Sundays at my office. Only our ARCs are working Sundays, like my brother. They don't want to pay me the premium pay, unfortunately, so I have Sundays off. Tomorrow, same thing. They don't have me working tomorrow. They have the ARCs working, delivering packages, and then I'll be coming at 6 a.m. on Tuesday. So I'll probably make a video that Tuesday to tell you guys about the madness. The day after a holiday is always madness, so I'll be on the lookout for that video. Nick, I have a Class A driver's license. I did apply for a TTO, but never got the call from UPS. Yeah, I mean, keep trying. I think you have to have a CDL for that, though. Definitely check out JH. Everything USPS with JH. Also check out his channel. He's very knowledgeable with the TTO and just everything in general with the post office. He probably even knows more about carriers than I do. He's been around so long. And so check out his channel, Everything USPS with JH. Good people. Always been nice to me. So he's, you know, very good people. My Brat's Exposed. He was in, I don't know if he's still here, but shout out to him. Very good people. And yeah, tax free. Yep. So thank you all for watching. Hit that like button. Helps the algorithm, helps people find my channel. I'm almost to 5,000 subscribers. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. So thank you guys all for tuning in. And yeah, stay tuned for the content. I'll see you guys in the next one.